Now, it's quite simple. Press the free like button if you would love to see CM Junk versus Roman Reigns for the world title in the WWF. Look, the only reason I want to see that match is for the promos. Not the match, but the promos. I think the promos will be more entertaining than the match because, man, Roman Reigns, man, he would have so much material that has been compiled for the past 10 years. It's like, man, this dude can go on a 20-minute monologue on CM Junk's failed comeback, his failed All Elite wrestling run. I mean, man, that's must-see TV, man. I should see tons of likes based off that. It's like, you wouldn't want to see Roman Reigns bury CM Junk on the microphone? I'm like, man, I would love to see that. It's crazy, man. I got all these bots. Look, man, I call them bots, right? If I respond to you and you said something dumb to me and you don't respond after an hour, that means you are a bot. I don't take you seriously. But, dude, these bots are saying, don't call him CM Junk. Stop calling him that. I'm like, bro, don't come crying to me because CM Junk got his ass fired on purpose. That ain't my fault. But his name is CM Junk. Keep on crying about it. What the fuck are you going to do about it? You ain't going to do shit, little boy. And there's people that had an issue with me calling Ryan Nemeth Dolph Ziggler's brother. Look, man, his name is not Ryan Nemeth. His name is Dolph Ziggler's brother. Get it right, Mark. Nobody calls him Ryan Nemeth. Hell, people call him Nick Nemeth. Let that sink. Let that sink in. Okay? I would never call him Ryan. His name is Dolph Ziggler's brother. Get it right, Mark. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Nothing. I'm going to keep on calling him Dolph Ziggler's brother. And I'm going to keep on saying CM Junk. Because you know why? You ain't going to do shit about it. It's like there was some mark that had beef that I said that CM Junk might go broke in the near future. And some mark said, no, he's not. He has about $12 million. He gets paid off of royalties. I'm like, bro, why are you checking that man's pockets? First off, the definition of a mark is a guy who brags about how much money another man makes. Unless CM Junk is paying you half his money or anything, shut the fuck up. He ain't paying you a dime, so why are you checking his fucking pockets and bragging about another man's money? That's insane. Wrestling ain't that deep where I'm bragging about how rich another man is. That is like, bro, you need a girlfriend. Get into a relationship. Have some drama in your life. Stop being bored. You care about how much another man makes who's not paying you? That's crazy, but at the end of the day, the only reason CM Junk came back was because he was losing money. Facts on facts. His money was running low. Tony Khan, man, paid him shitloads of money, which made him jump. Facts, look it up. Tony Khan paid him shitloads of money. That's the only reason he came back. He would never come back if Con Man paid him lowball money. Get that fucking straight. Now listen, I think CM Junk got himself fired on purpose because he wanted to go to the WWE. He wanted to go back to the WWF. That's what I think. I think all this was a plan. I feel like that news story from a couple of months back when he was backstage at Raw and he was making amends with all the people that he wronged, like Triple H and Miz. I feel like he did that on purpose. He did that to be on good terms with that company. Because, let's be honest, he's been planning on leaving for the past year. So I think that's why he did it. That's why he went back to make amends with his old company. So he could be on the good side when things go south with All Elite Wrestling. I feel like this was a plan all along to cause backstage problems, to possibly get himself fired, because he knew that Tony Khan was not going to fire him for no reason. So he needed a reason. But I feel like he used Triple H as leverage, where it was like, okay, he was fired. After that scrum, he was semi-fired. That's why he was doing mixed martial arts commentary, because he was semi-fired. Con Man was trying to buy him out. So yes, he was semi-fired, and he used Triple H as leverage. Like, all right, if you get rid of me, all right, cool, I'll just go to the WWF because I'm back on good terms with Triple H. So that's why Con Man gave him his own show and bent over backwards for CM Junk. Right, so I feel like his show on Saturday, man, when it comes to Collision, they might as well cancel that show, because I didn't watch it last night. I feel like, what's the point? The only reason that show exists is because of CM Junk. Con Man wanted to keep him happy because he didn't want to work with the Bucks and Omega and Page. So he gave him his own show to make both sides happy. Okay, now that he's gone, what's the point of there being that show? What's the point of there being a Collision? I feel like him leaving, man, it's like, that's a huge domino effect that's going to happen soon with that roster. Because look at all the guys on Saturday. Now those guys are getting TV time. The only reason they got TV time was because of CM Junk hand chose those guys to be on the show. If it wasn't for CM Junk, Hobbs would not be getting no TV time. Starks, the House of Black, fucking Sky, Miro. Those people would not be on TV right now if it wasn't for CM Junk. We wouldn't see the Bullet Club Gold all that often if it wasn't for CM Junk. Like I said, he only had issues with the elite and the people who were connected to the elite, because he felt like those guys were spies. So he didn't trust nobody who was friends with the elite. Like I said, they should get rid of that show. What's the point of it being around? Because now that Junk is not on that show or with the company, now it's basically Rampage light. Seriously, it's Rampage now. If CM Junk is not on that show, okay, what makes that show special? You see, CM Junk made that show special because that's the only show that he's on, that he's allowed to be on. He ain't on Rampage or Dynamite. So his show on Saturday, it made that show feel more special. That show felt like a brand split. Not anymore. Because now, all the people who were not allowed on Saturday will be on Saturday now. Now, because CM Junk is gone, everybody that was barred will be on that show now. Listen, now that CM Junk is gone, when it comes to that show on Saturday, that show is not special. Not anymore. That show is Rampage light, and it will be Dynamite light, which is a bad thing. What made that show special was that was the only show that CM Junk was on. So now that he's gone, all hell will break loose. This company will decline because all of the talent that were not allowed on that show will now be allowed on that show, which is a bad thing. Because hell, dude, we don't want to see the same fucking wrestlers on both shows every fucking week. There needs to be a difference. Now that he's gone, there's no more brand split. That's a bad thing. Because now we might see all the top guys on Dynamite hog up all the spotlight on Saturday. That's a bad thing. When it comes to Hobbs, Starks, Miro, CM Junk, he went to bat for those guys. He went to bat for FTR. All those guys that you see on Collision every damn weekend, those were hand-picked guys from CM Junk. Those were his clique. Yes, CM Junk does have a clique on Saturday. Every guy that's pushed on that show on Collision was a CM Junk guy. Now that he's gone, I feel like, man, there's going to be certain guys that their push will be hurt now. Because now it's like, okay, now that CM Junk is gone, will their push last? Will their push continue? That is a huge question. Because those were handpicked guys that CM Junk chose who were not getting TV time. Now that there's no more brand split because he's gone, man, I feel like we are back to square one. Because there were so many guys that were barred from being on his show. Now that he's gone, there's no more restrictions. Everybody is allowed on Collision. That is a bad thing. Because now we will see the Elite on Saturday. That's a bad thing, man. So him leaving, that shit affects the whole roster. Because now we will see more quantity over quality. Meaning we will see all the top names from Dynamite on Saturday. I don't like that. But when it comes to CM Junk's career with the WWF, look, let's just get this out of our heads. He's not going to Impact Wrestling. He's not going to New Japan. Get that out of your head. He is above those companies. He's a big name. It's like, bro, he might be richer than fucking Impact. He has a bigger platform off his name alone than Impact. Why the fuck would he purposely get himself fired to work for Impact Wrestling? That's stupid. That's so dumb. Come on, bro. He ain't going to Impact. He ain't going to New Japan. He is a guy that wants a big platform. The only company that will give him a big platform is the WWF. This goes back to his days with the UFC. I bet you're wondering, why did CM Junk choose to fight for the UFC when he knew he was not ready on that level? Because he wanted a big platform. He is all about his brand. If he goes to UFC, that will push his brand. That's why he didn't go to smaller mixed martial arts companies. Because he wants a big platform. It don't matter what the platform is as long as it's huge for him. So yes, I see him going back to the WWF because him and Triple H made amends. Because he knew this day was coming. He knew eventually he was going to leave All Elite Wrestling. So he used Triple H as a side chick. Listen, here is my advice. If you are in a relationship Always keep a side chick, just in case your main chick acts up. Always. Never put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to these ratchet females. You can't trust them. Always keep a side chick on deck, just in case your main chick acts up. And that's what CM Junk did. His main chick was Con Man, and Tony Khan, he acted up. Now he has Triple H as his side chick, as his rebound girl. Now what he did will pay off. That's why this guy gave zero fucks about fighting Jack Perry. Dude, he wanted to get fired. What dumbass would fight his coworker in front of his boss and try to rush at his boss? That's crazy. He tried to threaten his boss? That means, yeah, he was trying to get fired. So, yes, CM Junk, he quit. CM Junk was not fired, he just quit. This was his plan all along. Get out of his contract so he can go back to the WWF. So, when he does go back, what will be his prospects? I feel like he has tons of opponents lined up. He has Priest, he has Dom, he has Finn Balor, he has Miz. Come on, man. Most likely, The Miz will be his first opponent. Like, obviously. That's like a fucking layup. He has Cody Rhodes. He has L.A. Cosplay. That will be a great battle on promos. Even though CM Junk will whoop L.A. Cosplay's ass on the microphone. But he has tons of opponents. He has Braun Breaker. He has Roman Reigns. He has Sami Zayn, KO. I want to see KO versus CM Junk. That will be very, very interesting. Very interesting. Will KO bring up Stone Cold Steve Austin? See what I'm saying? Like, he has tons of prospects now. If he goes back to his old company, he has tons of opponents. This dude has Grayson Waller. That's a great opponent. So he has like tons of options. He has fucking Shinsuke. Tons of options. He has Kane Cross. Now, I can't see him wrestling AJ Styles though. That's not happening. That's not happening. I can't see him and AJ wrestling. I can't see it. AJ don't like this guy. So I think there's a possibility if CM Junk goes back, he will be on Raw. Him and AJ will not be on the same show. Nah. But he has tons of prospects if he goes back. Tons of fresh matchups. But I want to see him and Roman Reigns. I want to see him and Seth freaky Rollins. I feel like, okay, if he goes back, I feel like he will be a mid-card guy. He will be a mid-card guy to upper. But he will not be a fucking main eventer. In fact, I think Triple H will give him a low-ball contract like Lex Luger. As he should. CM Junk deserves a low-ball contract. He does not deserve a contract that's worth like maybe $2 million, $1 million. No. This dude deserves to make under $1 million. Give him a low-ball contract to prove he's serious about his career. Because his career is fucking tarnished. He fucked up. All he did was, this dude had the worst run of his whole entire career with All Elite Wrestling after all these years talking shit about the WWF. Let that sink in. It's like this dude has so much egg on his face, he's been exposed as a guy that, you know what, Vince wasn't the problem. Triple H was not the problem. It was you all along. And you brought your same drama to your new company. who gave you the keys. Con paid you the most money ever. He gave you your own show. He gave you the keys. You was on the front cover of their first video game, and you fucked that up. That's crazy. That's what I mean by Roman Reigns has so much material. The Miz, he got so much material on the microphone to throw at CM Punk. It's like, man, it's a fucking layup. So, I do believe CM Punk got fired on purpose to go back to his old company. I feel like, man, there's so much evidence. These past couple months, it felt like CM Punk did not give not one single fuck about his career there. This dude has been trying to get fired all year. These past 4 months, dog, like, he looks like a zombie. It just, man, he was a time bomb. CM Punk was a time bomb waiting to happen. He knew this day was coming. Because why the fuck would you fight Jack Perry for such a small reason? Jack Perry can't fight. So this dude was trying to get fired. Con Man. People are saying, oh, Con Man, I'm so proud of you. He has balls. And they're like, no, he don't. He has no balls. Still. Because it was CM Punk who got himself fired. Con Man did not want to do it. Dude, how did Con Man fire him if what I heard, CM Punk told him to his face that he quit? So by that logic, he quit. He was not fired. They just had no choice but to get rid of his contract because he quit. So look, the point I'm trying to make is he's going back to his old company. Will he be back for the Rumble? That's a huge possibility, man. Huge possibility he's back for the Rumble. It's like, why not? This dude has made amends with half that roster. So I say, why not? Look, I just want to see Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Is that too much to ask? Dude, that's a money match, man. Fuck, that's a money match. Can you imagine what CM Punk would say to him and fucking vice versa? Why wouldn't you want to see that? So look, I'm on the campaign. I want to see his ass back with his old company because I feel like he's humbled. If he goes back, he will not walk around like some big time star, like I'm on top of the world. Like, no, bruh. Roman Reigns is the face of that company. You will never be. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, those three guys are the face of that company. Your days are over. And that's what I mean. He should go back because he's humbled. There's no way Cody and Seth and Roman will let CM Punk kill that locker room. It's not going to happen. I feel like he will be on his best behavior if he goes there. Like I said, he only had issues with the elite, not with that roster. He just had problems with the elite. That's it. So, hey, look, man, I want this guy to go back. I feel like he has tons of matchups that I want to see. Tons of matchups, man. I want to see him against the fucking Miz. Man, that's what I mean. So, to make a long story short, CM Punk, he quit. He was not fired. I feel like this was his plan all along. That's why he was backstage at Raw, because he knew this day was coming. So, he wanted Triple H to be his lifesaver, just in case his new company fucks up. And they did. And I'm done.